So if you're just getting started into photography or videography, or perhaps you've even been doing it for decades or years, you've probably heard this recent bit of advice that states you should niche down, right? The riches are in the niches. It's suggested that this is the only way to really move forward as a creator in this current landscape. So in this video, that's exactly what I would like to talk about. Should you niche down? Spoiler, my answer is yes and no. Why I do think that you should niche down. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share a few tips as to how you can start that niching down process. So first, should you niche down? I said yes and no. What does that mean? If I niche down, then does that mean that I can only do this one thing? No, it does not mean that you have to stop photographing or videoing something that you're not known for, but it just means that maybe you don't put it in your portfolio. Think about it. If somebody's looking for a wedding photographer and they stumble upon your page and you do weddings, but on your Instagram page or in your portfolio, you have photos of cars and landscapes, all kinds of other genres of photography, that may not give them the confidence to book with you because you're not seen at that point as the expert. And for most people, they have a wedding one time in their life, so it's a very big deal. They want to know that the person they're booking with is someone who is good at wedding photography. And if they get mixed signals from viewing your portfolio because there's all kinds of other things, you may miss out on a booking. So that kind of brings me to my next point of why you should niche down, and overall just the importance of being known for something specific. Kind of like surgery, right? If you're needing brain surgery for whatever reason and you're looking at surgeons, probably not going to look for a general surgeon. You're going to look for a specialist. It's the exact same thing with photography. People are going to book you for what they see you do. And I can tell you firsthand that this is true because my business with my business partner, we started out doing weddings and we exclusively were doing weddings, and then COVID happened and the weddings that we had booked and contracted postponed, a couple of them canceled. So probably a good thing that they didn't get married. But I'll say all that to say, once it postponed, we realized that we needed another source of revenue because that was on hold. So we moved to shooting social media content for businesses. However, we had a very difficult time starting out trying to convince businesses to spend money with us because all that we had to show for our work and our skill set was wedding films. And even though our wedding films and our wedding work was quality, it was good, it was top notch, all those things, businesses could not see themselves in a wedding film. They were not able to see that this was a good video or that this was quality video, and I bet these guys can make a good commercial for me. The fact is they weren't able to see it because they weren't seeing similar work from us. So that's the importance of niching down, because people are going to book you for what they see, rarely the inverse. So earlier I said that I was going to share a few tips on how you can start niching down. And it may sound counterproductive, but at first what you need to do is, I say shoot everything. Shoot anything and everything. That way you can figure out the style of photography or videography that you enjoy capturing. At that point, it's as simple as testing the market, doing some research. Like for instance, there are tons of people who only do weddings. It's a great market, but you may have no interest in weddings, so you may want to be an automotive photographer. There are people who specialize in automotive photography, so you got to learn that industry and the best practices to start getting hired and booked for those gigs. But I'll say this, I primarily shoot social media content for local businesses, and that's what's in my professional portfolio. However, my favorite hobby is to literally walk around and take photos of some of the most mundane things. That can be decrepit buildings, old barns. We live in a beautiful landscape, so I throw landscapes in there periodically, but I'm not mixing that in with my professional portfolio because, again, we need businesses to see themselves in our work, and kind of hard for them to see that in a old tobacco barn. Shocker, I know. So yes, you do need to niche down. Again, I don't like to just do one style of photography. I shoot multiples, but I keep them separated so that professional portfolio looks professional and my personal portfolio is the more random things, the things that bring me joy. So hopefully this has helped somebody somewhere understand the importance of niching down, because if you want to make money with photography or videography, the people, your clients, are only going to book you for what they've seen you do. That's just a fact. So your portfolio has to reflect the gigs and the jobs that you want to be hired for. So make sure that portfolio reflects that. If you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Trust me, you don't have to. That's completely up to you, but I'd appreciate it if you did, truly. Or if you have any other quick tips that a viewer of this video may be able to take advantage of that I didn't mention, be sure to put it down in a comment below. These are not the only reasons to niche down, nor are they the only exercises and tips to do so. So if you have a better tip or a tip that I've missed, be sure to put it in the comments below. And on that note, keep shooting, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.